The brown hairs were perfectly combed and closely cropped. I bet that if I'd measured them, I'd have found them all to be precisely the same length. The captain had wide shoulders and a tall, upright stance that bespoke confidence. Even beneath all that leather, I could tell his body was muscular. The Legion's training was rigorous, but he'd clearly added some extra training of his own on the side. So, he was ambitious. He wanted to do that little bit extra to move up the ranks faster, and his plan must have been working out perfectly for him. His eyes shone with the sort of easy arrogance bred by continued success. His war tent exuded the same unwavering duty to orderliness, and then I'd arrived, dripping and dirty, leaving wet, muddy footprints all over the tent's clean interior. "Sorry about the mess," I told him, because yes, I did feel bad about dripping raindrops everywhere. But it wasn't like there was anywhere to freshen up. We were on the plains of monsters, not inside a luxury resort. The visor of my hood was already steaming up in the warm tent, so I flipped it back from my face. Steam rose, and the flames inside the cauldron sizzled as my accumulated raindrops splattered the magic fire. An agitated crinkle formed between the captain's eyes. "Captain Walker, your battle with the Dark Force is taking too long," I said. "You need to bypass their blockade, not fight every Dark Force soldier that stands between you and the Black Forest. There's a tunnel passage a few miles from here that will lead us right to where the archangel Leon Hellfire is holding our angel Colonel Beastbreaker prisoner. I've taken the liberty of clearing debris from the tunnel so we can bring your soldiers through it." He stiffened at my words. He didn't like that I was telling him what to do. No, he didn't like that at all.
"Which office did you come from?"
he said coolly, silkily. It was that same kind of smooth, beautiful silk you use to strangle someone to death. "You asked for reinforcements? I was sent here from the Berlin office by General Silverstar," I replied.
"Where are the rest of my reinforcements?
Where are all the other soldiers?" "I'm afraid it's just me," I told him. "Most of General Silverstar's soldiers are currently otherwise occupied in an important mission."
"More important than this?"
He huffed like he didn't believe it. "Call the general if you'd like." I arched my brows and held out my phone to him. He said nothing, nor did he make a move to accept my phone. Since he didn't take me up on my offer, I dipped my hand under my poncho and slipped the phone back into the pouch around my waist. "Don't worry, Captain. General Silverstar wouldn't have sent me here if he didn't think I could help you." Captain Walker looked me up and down, clearly not impressed with what he saw. I suppose I couldn't blame him. Even with my poncho covering much of my torso, it was obvious I was skinny, not muscular. I did not look like a frightening soldier, a shining example of a Legion soldier, one who instilled fear into the hearts of our enemies. But I didn't let Captain Walker's disappointment deter me. I was used to it by now because, well, I got this reaction a lot. Appearances were everything in our world. People had been underestimating me even before I'd joined the Legion. "The tunnel is the fastest way to the Black Forest where the Dark Force is holding Colonel Beastbreaker," I said. "Giving the demon's soldiers bloody noses along the way was just supposed to be a bonus, Captain. It wasn't supposed to interfere with your main mission objective, the safe return of Colonel Beastbreaker." The frown hadn't left Captain Walker's face since I'd walked into the tent. Maybe it was permanently engraved there, like a tattoo.
"How long have you been at the Legion?"
he asked me. 5 years, which was the blink of an eye to an immortal being, such as a soldier in the Legion. Captain Walker nodded knowingly, that arrogant spark shining brightly in his eyes.
"I've been doing this for a long time. I have fought and won many battles," he declared proudly. "We can accomplish both goals, primary and secondary. We can free the colonel and bloody those dark soldiers' noses along the way. Captain, we need to hit back at the demons," he cut in. "We need to stop them whenever we can, wherever the opportunity presents itself."